Now that we have a pretty minimal setup, let's go ahead and check out the app Coffee Connoisseur, which is the app that we are building, to take a look at the background. Now in this app, you will notice that we have a nice gradient as a background. And I want to show you how I went ahead and created that. Now this is something called as a mesh gradient. And this is a really good opportunity for us to get really creative here, right? You can go ahead and create whatever background you like. So I went to this website called meshgradient.com and created the gradient by playing around with different colors. You can create as many nodes as you want and select different colors if you want as well. And this is a site that I personally found through Andre's blog and the Web Developer Monthly that he shared. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now, once you have the gradient that you do like, you can go ahead and export it. This will essentially download that specific gradient for you. I have already downloaded the image that I want, which is this specific background. So I'm going to go and move that to our public folder. So this is the gradient that I liked, I created, and it has really nice colors. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this specific image to our public folder. Now I'm just going to drag it right here. All right. And we have the background right here. Now public folder is a good place for all our static assets. So let's go ahead and create a new folder called static, just to be a little bit more organized, and move this file right there. All right, beautiful. Now what we want to do is that we want to set this background to be the background of our homepage, which is this one. So let's go ahead and set that up. Now we want to do this in global.css. Global.css is a global file, which has the declaration of HTML and body. What we want to do here is essentially set the background right here. So I'm going to say background and URL and just point to the static directory that we created in the public folder. Now the minute you do slash, it automatically maps to the public directory. All right, I'm going to say background.png. All right, now that we have set up this specific background, let's go ahead and check it out in the browser. All right, there you go. Our background has been set to be the gradient of our app. Beautiful. It still doesn't look exactly like how we like it because it still looks different than the Coffee Connoisseur app that we have. So let's go ahead and update some of the styling. Now, all the styling that we use in this course is attached in the resources section, so definitely check that out. Going back to global.css. I am adding some styling right here that will help us set the background size and image to be exactly how we like it, and also update the text color. So let's do that. So let's set up the position to be 50%. And we don't want the background image to repeat. So let's add no repeat, and background size should be cover, as we want the image to completely scale up. And for the color of all the text in our app, let's go with this specific color. And let's set the height to 100%. All right, let's take a look. All right, beautiful. Now our app is looking good. It's looking exactly like the Coffee Connoisseur app. But there is a line right here. What is that line? Where is that coming from? So I'm going to right click and hit inspect and see where it's coming from so we can pretty much get rid of it. Okay, so it's coming from the footer, and in this specific app, we don't necessarily have a footer. So let's go ahead and remove that code. Okay, so this is that code. Let's remove it. At the same time, let's remove the CSS associated to that as well. So we can pretty much remove everything related to footer over here from the home.module.css file. And there is also a lot more code in this specific file that we don't need. So we can pretty much get rid of that. So I'm going to take everything except the title, main, and container. So I'm going to hit save, go back. All right, sweet. So the footer element is gone. At the same time, we have also removed some of the code that we don't need. Alright, now that our homepage is looking good, let's go ahead and create our first component, which is the banner component. I'll see you in the next one.